The time is voice o'clock. Welcome to June 22nd, the day the universe got sassy, historical mustaches bristled, and cameras learned to wink. Visit voiceoclock.com for more interesting news. If June 22nd were a person, it'd be the one at the party who knows how to mix scientific heresy with a sucker punch, invent Instagram before brunch, and still have time to orbit Pluto's moon by tea. In other words, history didn't just happen on this date, it showed off. Today's chronicle pirouettes through centuries with flair. Galileo was politely invited to zip his cosmic lips, Joe Louis turned a boxing ring into a battlefield of pride and justice, and the Soviet Union learned that trust falls don't always work in geopolitics. Meanwhile, the Hubble Space Telescope took humankind's most flattering selfie, and the magic lantern lit up imaginations long before binge-watching became an Olympic sport. From the birth of Windrush Day to Pluto getting a +1, this isn't just a list of dusty old dates. It's a time-traveling mixtape of defiance, discovery, and delightful absurdity. So grab your metaphorical monocle and a well-aged sense of humor. We're about to stroll through the most unpredictable parade June 22nd has ever thrown. Ready to walk with Galileo, box with Lewis, or just shake a Polaroid like it's 1948? Let's make history. Again. Galileo's cosmic oops. The day science got a timeout, 392 years ago. 2 years. On this day in 1633, 392 years ago, Galileo Galilei, the original science rebel, was forced by the Roman Catholic Church to recant his wild idea that the Earth spins around the sun. Picture it, Galileo, sweating in front of the Inquisition, probably wishing he'd just stuck to inventing telescopes and not ruffling cosmic feathers. The universe was ready for a solar system shuffle, but the church? Not so much. It's like being told to apologize for discovering gravity because someone tripped on an apple. He didn't just change his tune, he faced public humiliation and lifetime house arrest. Imagine being told your groundbreaking idea is heresy, then made to renounce it, from the minds watching through the iron bars. Yet, Galileo persisted. Even if he had to whisper his truth, his heliocentric ideas ignited the scientific revolution. His story is the ultimate underdog myth, from tumbling towers of Pisa to house arrest headquarters. Imagine if TikTok existed, Chakra Team Galileo would be trending. So, would you have stood by your science or played it safe and kept your head and your telescope down in 1633? What's your move, cosmic thinker? Blitzkrieg. Breakfast, when Operation Barbarossa changed the world 84 years ago. 84 years ago today, in 1941, Nazi Germany kicked off Operation Barbarossa, launching the largest land invasion in history against the Soviet Union. Imagine waking up, pouring your coffee, and realizing 3 million soldiers are heading east. Talk about a Monday mood. This wasn't just a military maneuver, it was a plot twist that flipped the script of World War II, with consequences echoing louder than a Soviet parade. In the Soviet Union, June 22nd is still marked as the somber Day of Remembrance and Sorrow. Picture a high-stakes chess game where one miscalculation costs entire legions. That's Barbarossa. Heroism, heartbreak, and history collided on that day, rippling through time. If you were Stalin, would you have trusted that non-aggression pact or kept your tanks fueled and your mustache extra bristly? What would you have done on June 22nd, 1941? Could you fathom being on the front line of such a monumental shift? Netflix's great-grandpa, the magic lantern. Lights up, 392 years ago. Flashback to 1633, 392 years ago, when the first public demonstration of the magic lantern wowed audiences. This early image projector was basically the ancestor of your living room movie nights, minus the popcorn and Wi-Fi. Imagine people gasping at moving images on a wall, like it was actual sorcery. If you think your smartphone's cool, try impressing your friends with a candle-powered slideshow. Would you have been the showman dazzling the crowd, or the skeptic checking for hidden wires? Could you handle the magic lantern hype? Snap, shake, smile. The Polaroid revolution begins, 77 years ago. 77 years ago, in 1948, the first Polaroid instant camera hit the shelves. Suddenly, you didn't have to wait days for your photos. You could snap, shake, and show off your selfie in seconds. It was the original pics or it didn't happen, and Instagram owes a debt of gratitude and maybe a filter or two to this chunky little camera. Would you have lined up for the latest Polaroid or stuck with painting portraits like a Renaissance influencer? What would your first instant photo have been? Hubble Trouble and Triumph. Our eye on the universe. 35 years ago. Just 35 years ago, in 1990, the Hubble Space Telescope was deployed into orbit. Suddenly, humanity had a front-row seat to the universe's greatest hits, nebulae, galaxies, and cosmic photobombs galore. Hubble turned us all into stargazers, revealing secrets light years away and making us feel both tiny and totally epic. If you could aim Hubble anywhere, where would you point it? Would you search for alien life, or just snap a selfie with Saturn's rings? The sky's not even the limit. Punch heard round the world. Joe Louis versus Max Schmeling. On June 22, 1938, exactly 87 years ago, the legendary Joe Louis knocked out Max Schmeling in just a little over 2 minutes at Yankee Stadium. Symbolically heavy, this was more than boxing. Amidst rising tensions in pre-World War II Europe, Louis's win was a defiant beacon of hope and black excellence. Packed with roaring fans, it was like watching a superhero origin story unfold. An American hero, standing tall against an imposing villain. The rematch carried echoes of inequality, politics, and pride, and became a defining moment in sports and social history. Imagine stepping into those gloves. Would you feel the pressure or the power? What would you throw in round 2? Charon discovered? Pluto's moon takes the stage. Jump ahead 47 years to June 27, 1978, when astronomer James Christie spotted Pluto's companion, Charon, at the U.S. Naval Observatory. Before then, Pluto was the loneliest dwarf planet in the solar system, but suddenly it had a dance partner. It's like realizing your casual acquaintance has a secret twin that stays perfectly in sync. This discovery reshaped our understanding of distant orbits and cosmic relationships. Imagine being the very first to spot Charon's subtle wobble, like reading the hidden track on your favorite album. Makes you wonder what other celestial secrets are waiting just off the radar. From docks to legacy, Windrush Day arrives. On June 22, 1948, 77 years ago, the HMT Empire Windrush docked at Tilbury, carrying Caribbean families who would become known as the Windrush generation, reshaping modern Britain. Today, exactly on that date, the UK marks Windrush Day, celebrating these migrant stories of resilience, culture, and rebuilding a post-war nation. These community shapers staffed transport, built public services, and infused British culture with Caribbean zest. Think of it as planting seeds in a garden that still blooms. Calypso mingled with Cockney, Curry meets Clapback, Steel Pan meets Big Ben. Their legacy, though, wasn't without struggle, discrimination, injustice, even scandal. But through it all, their spirit remained unbowed. On Windrush Day, we're reminded that history is written not only by kings and warlords, but by everyday people who dared to change the narrative. If you'd been aboard that ship in 1948, what would you have imagined Britain becoming? And just like that, June 22nd wraps up its parade of cosmic shakeups, bold breakthroughs, and culture-shifting moments. From Galileo's forced silence to Joe Louis's thunderous punch, from the soft glow of a magic lantern to the sharp click of a Polaroid, today reminds us that history isn't just in textbooks, it's alive, surprising, and sometimes wearing boxing gloves or orbiting Pluto. Whether you're into stargazing, time travel trivia, or discovering the roots of modern Britain, there's something in this date for every curious mind. But why stop here? If you love your history with a side of humor and a sprinkle of sass, you're in the right timeline. Visit voiceoclock.com for your daily dose of quirky, compelling history, served fresh with fun. History doesn't have to be dusty. With Voice O'Clock, it's witty, wild, and wonderfully weird every single day.